PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
I'll just say, brother Jesse Jackson. And it wasn't a bad thing. It was just brother Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, Oprah actually recently talked about Whitney Houston in an interview. Oh, that's why you said, okay, well, there's that. She said that Whitney, kind of passed out and might have alluded to maybe.
Didn't Oprah fall on stage?
I don't know, I ain't seen it.
And we didn't see we didn't see how she tripped, nothing. She just went down. We saw that. We saw her. She was walking and bam. And everybody was like, well, she said the shoes. Okay. Well, what was wrong? So, and as we're laughing about it and making light of it, just for me, how do you speak about someone that can't defend it? That, just in my humble opinion, it takes it different. Because that woman can't say yes or no. And now you just want everybody to take your word because you're the great Oprah Winfrey. And you're
too big as a personality to be sitting around gossiping about dead folk. You're too big to be sitting around talking about dead folk. Then you want to come pop up out your mouth with some old made up tea about Whitney Houston. And even if it wasn't made up, like Ricky said, we don't care. Did nobody ask you for that old stale stinking information? Who cares about that? Who cares if in 2009 she may or may not have fallen off of the stage? Who don't nobody care, big head?
Whitney's estate, they're also firing back. They said, yes, Whitney fell, but it happened during a sound check. The stage was poorly lit, and she couldn't see the edge. According to the statement released by the Whitney Houston estate, they said that she was not high. Nah, Whitney's personal bodyguard is backing that up.
Whether it was a sound check or they was actually doing I can't remember exactly when she fell. But she was coming toward the front of the stage, and it's a drop off, and it's sort of like a dark spot there. So when she got to the edge, I think somebody told her, "What? Be careful, watch it." And then she went down.
Do you think Oprah should apologize to Whitney's fans and to her family?
Only if she feel that way. Don't do it because somebody else. Be truthful about it. You got to be truthful about it. Don't switch up or apologize if you don't really mean it. She's dead. She's gone. My sister gone.
Yeah.
So she can't say, no, I know that. No, I wasn't. You might think I was, but I was not. She can't say that.
Oprah, it could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. And I be trying to like you, but you making it so hard. Like, why did you feel the need, after looking back on your career highs, did you feel the need to sit up there in an interview and talk about Whitney Houston's failures? Like her falling on the stage. Why was that one of the things that came to your mind? Why was one of her lowest moments one of your most memorable? To sit up there saying that she came to perform on your show high and she ended up falling off the stage because of her legacy. And we literally could have gone without this because we already knew that Whitney struggled with addiction. So you bringing that to the forefront did nothing for us, but made you look stupid and insensitive. And unfortunately, Whitney's estate felt the need to come out and make a statement to defend her because clearly she can't defend herself, stating that Whitney, in fact, was not high. She just was unfamiliar with the stage, and it was really dark on the stage during the pre-show. To me, that's neither here nor there. Oprah quite literally could have just shut it.
But to speak ill of Whitney, I don't get it. Like, what is your f***ing problem?
PushGapRadio.com, bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com in Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth. Welcome back to another edition of Rubber Buggy Baby Boomer Radio on the bangingest thing on your internet radio dial. Today we're delving into Oprah selling out on Whitney. You know how Oprah do. She don't give a damn about the community, about the culture. Now, many fans were upset after Oprah claimed that Whitney Houston had relapsed before her final show appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Whitney's estate denied the claim and accused Oprah of reviving a disputed story that unfairly damaged Whitney's legacy. Whitney been dead 17 years, died February 11th of 2012, the night of the Grammys. Make it make sense. In this video, we're going to call you Clayton Bigsby. You remember Dave Chappelle? Been hating on Whitney. Because Whitney always had the talent. Don't nobody give a shit about Oprah. And she hates that. Got the audacity to talk about Whitney falling down on stage. Remember when Oprah ass fell down? She didn't say shit about that. We're going to get into that later in the video. Why you hating, Oprah? Oprah, you got secrets too. What happened down in South Africa with that school of yours? You on that stage telling all of Whitney's business. This woman can't speak for herself. You can't make me believe that people came in that studio and put their phones away and you told them not to show it. This is America. You know that shit ain't happening. Social media booming. You think people got that type of information and ain't gonna capitalize off of it? That's hard for me to believe, fam. Just because you asked them. So funny how it came out after your boy Clive Davis passed away. Maybe you trying to get ahead of whatever's about to come out about Clive. Everybody know what Clive been up to. That's what I think is coming. Wasn't no reason in the world for you to be giving us some information 17 years later about the great Whitney Houston, nigga, that we didn't even ask for. You know, old Clive and Oprah been friends for decades, hanging out at Epstein's Island. And they've shared a long-standing relationship in the entertainment industry, often appearing together at major events and publicly supporting each other over the years. That's why their close relationship has led some fans to question Oprah's comments about Whitney Houston, now that Uncle Clive done died. Make it make sense. You know, she don't never say shit about the Caucasian celebrities that she hang out with, that she buddy around and pal around with. Tell me I'm tripping. And you know why she mad, because every time Whitney get on the stage with her, Whitney check her punk ass. Because no matter what Whitney been through, she still look better than your ass. Whitney had the talent. You just talk. Whitney got the love from the people, fam. I can go on and on about that. Meanwhile, Oprah just interviewing KKK members. You think niggas forgot, huh? Let's travel back in time, man. Let me first off get you up to speed on what happened in the event you don't know, on what Oprah has said about the greatness Auntie Whitney. Check it out. Roll tape.
The family of Whitney Houston is defending the late singer today. It comes after Oprah Winfrey said during a public appearance that Whitney once showed up to perform on her show and fell off the stage because she was on drugs. As Jim Murray reports, Whitney's family says that's not what happened.
There's strong reaction today over Oprah's jaw-dropping news about Whitney Houston.
I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. I didn't know my own strengths.
Oprah reveals that during a famous 2009 appearance on her talk show, Whitney fell off the stage, apparently because she was on drugs.
The first interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her intention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage.
Oprah says she begged her audience not to leak what she says happened.
I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that everybody would be, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
For all these years, the fall has remained a secret until now, when Oprah dropped the bombshell at a conference in France. Now the executor of Whitney's estate, her sister-in-law, Pat Houston, is coming to her defense. Whitney absolutely fell off the stage, but it was during a sound check, and it was due to the darkness of the area and her unfamiliarity with the stage. She was absolutely not high. She goes on to say, like many people, she faced personal battles, but it is inaccurate and unfair to attach that struggle to every performance. The incident Oprah revealed happened nearly 2.5 years before Whitney's tragic death here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, where she died of an accidental drowning and her body was found submerged in her hotel room bathtub. Charlemagne the God, host of The Breakfast Club, is taking issue with Oprah.
If you were telling a story about how you were protecting somebody and told people not to put this out because you didn't want to, what did she say, ruin her legacy or something
Yes,
like that?
ruin her legacy.
Contribute to her
Then
brand.
you should never tell that story.
But others on social media say it was time to let the story out. Oprah is a journalist, not a publicist, and she had no obligation to hold that story, and she looked out for Whitney at the time, goes this comment.
Oprah, why are you telling people this? Why are you even bringing up Whitney? What? Is it because Clive Davis passed away? You trying to... Yo, something I've realized over this time is that Oprah, and people like Oprah, there's a bunch of people within our community like Oprah. They are not for us. They have built so many things that technically are against our community and against our culture and against the imagery of us. And it has done some terrible, terrible harm. The things that she was coming out saying about Michael Jackson after she said that's her friend. The things that she's talked about in regards to Whitney. It's so many things that she has done, her and Gail have done, that have made our culture and our community look horrible. It's almost as if she is purposefully going out to tarnish images. She is purposely going out to make certain aspects of our culture look horrible. And we never really hear from her anymore until she comes out to say crazy things like this. Unnecessary things. There was no need for it. Not sure what the purpose is. It's crazy.
Yeah, like Teddy Pendergrass say, the whole town's laughing at you. Silly fool. How'd you lose such a good thing? Oprah, a.k.a. Clayton Bigsby. Them white folk own you, Oprah. You got the audacity to talk about Whitney falling down. Remember when your ass took a tumble? It's 2026. Whitney been gone. 17 years. And you got the nerve to want to desecrate this woman's good name. Don't nobody give a shit about you, Oprah. Don't nobody even like you. Now here's Kendra Davis from the Crimson Cure breaking down the bullshit with roll tape.
The mainstream media tried to destroy her reputation and her image in front of black people, but we wasn't bothered by that. But that did not stop us from loving her and having her on the pedestal as one of the greatest voices of all time. She never stopped being the voice. We never stopped watching her movies. We didn't stop listening to her music. We didn't stop watching her perform when she was here to perform. We didn't stop. Let's say she fell off the stage for that reason. She was intoxicated in some kind of way. This is 2026. That woman is laid to rest. Why are you talking about that woman? You ain't got nothing else to do, Oprah, but sit around and conjure up whatever kind of tea, whether it be made up, exaggerated, embellished, flat out lie. You ain't got no hobby or nothing.
Now, you know, Oprah was over there in France accepting a Cannes Award and started talking about Whitney's final appearance on her show, on the Oprah Winfrey Show back in 2009. Talking about Whitney had relapsed high as a kite and had fell off the stage. Oprah talking about she begged her audience not to share the photos to protect Whitney. You know you can't hold that shit down in today's world with the internet. Whitney, again, been gone since 2012. Why are you bringing this shit up when this woman can't defend herself? Whitney's estate has been shooting back. You saw the bodyguard early in the program, breaking it down. She wasn't high, and he backed it up, man. Here's Crimson Cure. Roll tape.
Before I get into how much of a snake Oprah has been throughout the years, woefully out of touch with black culture. I'm not here to mince words about Oprah. She don't mince words about nobody. Recently, Gayle King came out to talk about a lot of things in her past. And one of the things that she talked about was, how was it that Oprah, who's supposed to be her best girlfriend for all this time, she talked about how it hurt her that Oprah never did clear up the lesbian rumors. She's like, me and that woman ain't never did nothing. She's saying it bothered me. It, you know what I'm saying? Like, it bothered me and my reputation. She was like, I had a lot of trouble doing things that I wanted to do, getting into things I wanted to get into because that rumor was following me around. She said, I went to Oprah a couple of times. Oprah blew it off. It ain't nothing. The reason she blew it off is because Oprah is not affected either way. Oprah don't care. So Gayle being her so-called friend, you would think that she would care how Gayle's reputation was affected by something like that, regardless of whether she thought her own self would be affected negatively or not. But because she wasn't missing no dollar because of it, she didn't care what Gayle was or was not missing because of that. And Oprah has been a snake for quite some time.
Now, Ricky Smiley chimed in. I'm finna let you check him out. Like the man said, the woman's not here to defend herself. What people gonna say about you, Oprah, when you die? When they put you in that cold, dark hole? When they close that casket and drop your ass in the grave? What memory and legacy are you leaving? Had to own that work and shit, but who else did you help? Who did you bring up? Just puts a bad taste in your mouth, man, when you hear this shit. You think Oprah trying to do a good thing, her and Gayle. You turn around and try to support her, but then again, it's always something else with Oprah and Gayle. Oprah got a long history of throwing black folk under the bus, man, particularly black celebrities who embraced you and helped make you. Here's Ricky Smiley. Remember what happened to Michael Jackson, nigga? I'm from Gary, Indiana. 219, nigga, for life. And took a dump on the friendship. But yeah, again, here's Ricky Smiley. Check him out.
Ricky Smiley, and I don't be really paying too much attention to him a lot of times either when he say stuff. But he had some words for Oprah as well.
It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. People are still attacking Oprah, y'all. And I mean, I know Oprah said some things recently, and people are like, oh, how could you say that? But I mean, Oprah, I think she really means well. I've always loved Oprah. I used to watch her every day and stuff. So I mean, I'm gonna give Oprah grace since we're gracing a lot of people. But they're saying, y'all, that Oprah owes every deceased celebrity, baby, an apology, honey. Now, you know, honey, they say she's facing that backlash. You know, she shared that story about Whitney Houston during that appearance in Cannes. Now, according to Oprah, she said that she saw Whitney, you know, shortly before an interview that she did with her and believed that the singer was doing well. But then, however, she claimed that by the time that the interview took place, she said Whitney just seemed a little bit relapsed, honey, and fell off the stage and what have you. Well, people are saying, wait a minute, Miss Winfrey, girl, let's, honey, rewind the tape, honey. People said, nah.
I don't care if she was high or not. Whitney Houston is dead and gone and passed away. And Whitney Houston meant a lot to us. Whitney Houston was a big sister to a lot of us. I never met her personally or whatever, but I felt like she was a big sister to me. And she is pretty much Black America's auntie. And everybody got a Whitney Houston in their family, somebody that they love, that's talented, that's outspoken or whatever. But it's something about Whitney Houston's death. It's something about Whitney Houston that we took her death personally. It's like somebody in our family died. And it's hard for me to even make the live video because I get real emotional when it comes to Whitney Houston because, you know, we don't care about none of that. And that was something that we didn't need to know. We didn't ask for that information. We didn't need to know that information. We don't care. I don't care if she was. Whitney Houston is somebody that you just don't talk about in the Black community if you're in touch. You don't talk about the Obamas. You don't talk about Whitney Houston. We're sensitive about Michael Jackson. And you don't talk about the Kings. That's Black royalty that you just don't talk about. We don't play about Whitney Houston. I know I don't. Because I don't care what her downfall downfall was. We all have downfall. We all have had things that we're struggling with. We all have people in our family that's struggling with addiction, and we have lost loved ones to addiction, whatever the case may be. But why would you bring stuff like that up? Why is it when it comes to you and Gail, right after Kobe Bryant died, Gail interviewed Lisa Leslie, if I'm not mistaken, was asking her about a sexual assault case that he was found innocent of. And the fact that Whitney, y'all are so out of touch with the black community and been rich so long that you don't even know not to talk about certain things a certain kind of way. Because if you was really sincere and genuine about people not filming that stuff, then you might as well have told them to film, because you brought it up and aired it out anyway. What does it matter?
See, Whitney was still useful to Oprah when she was alive. Can't do shit for you now. Mike can't do nothing for you now. So you putting them on blast. Did Mike the worst, I believe. Really did Mike bad. By putting them lying ass people up on the damn stage to talk about this man, and he dead and gone. At some point, you got to cut these people loose, her and Gail. That's the way I see Oprah and Gail. They just consistently throwing black folk under the bus, particularly black men. That's what made me turn on her years ago. My mom and my kinfolk loved her, the women. You don't need a man, but you got a man, old Stedman, who's spending your loot. But all she was teaching you was to destroy the black family. And like I said, now all you doing is just beating down dead black celebrities, our greats, who we love. Fuck Oprah, mine. Whitney had her faults, her flaws, just like all of us. We'll give a damn Whitney was on that good dope. Whitney was ours. We don't give a fuck what you got to say about her. Roll tape.
The beach is Sophia Oprah Winfrey. Come on here, girl, because you know better than what you up there doing. Come on, sip a little tea with AT. Let's talk about it. I never like the cut of your cloth, because you always get around them folks. You know what I'm talking about? And get to acting like you ain't got no home training. How you gonna sit up there and talk about AT Whitney and say she had got back on them drugs and she was up on the stage about to perform and she fell off the stage and you made your audience keep a secret so that part wouldn't get out and embarrass her? Why the hell say it now? Why? That woman been gone for how long? You done wait till old Clyde went to take his dirt now. Now you want to act like you got secrets that you want to talk about. And why you ain't talk about them at first? Anything to make yourself relevant at this point. You ought to be ashamed of yourself to talk about that woman from the grave like that. We all know what old Whitney done, but it still ain't gonna take from her who the hell she was. Because whether she was full of that dope or not, the girl had lungs. Do you hear me? Sister could sing, not sing, sang. I know what I'm saying. Not sing. She could sing from the church house to the regular stage, baby. She gonna bring them in. Her music, she been gone for all this time, baby, and her music still be popping. People still be playing. People still be around here trying to holler and sing like her. And you want to get up here and try to assassinate her character like we ain't know that it's whack. We been knew that, but we didn't need you to get on no TV and try to talk about our people like that. Ain't nobody else gonna get you, but you know damn well Auntie is. Don't do that. Sophia, you better be quiet if I call Harpo or have Harpo come around there and get you again.
Now, granted.
Listen, Oprah had no business telling this story. The timing is crazy, but I'm not surprised. Monique been telling y'all for years she was a snake. And look at what she did to Michael Jackson. This is just who Oprah is.
They know not to talk about these people like that. Oprah know better than that. Gail know better than that. Gail knew better than to bring up a case involving Kobe Bryant, of which he was acquitted and found innocent. Immediately after that man's death. Michael used to give Oprah exclusive interviews. She turned on him and fed him to the wolves, trying to put him on Front Street about those accusations, all of which he was also found acquitted of each and every last one of them. That man ain't bit more did nothing with no kids. And the nerve of her to have ever been trying to throw Michael Jackson name under the bus, especially about no kids, when you thick as thieves with Weinstein and Epstein and all them Steens. I know you didn't do that. She snaked Monique. That's Monique won't let her live it down. Because Monique tried to trust her. She said, oh, I ain't going to bring your family, this, that, and the third on the show. Soon as she could, she brought them folks on that show. Now here you is. A million years later, now you want to talk bad on Whitney Houston's name. For what? For what? For what reason? You got that money and you didn't help nobody.
Now, Oprah was over there in France accepting a Cannes Award and started talking about Whitney's final appearance on her show, on the Oprah Winfrey Show back in 2009. Talking about Whitney had relapsed high as a kite and had fell off the stage. Oprah talking about she begged her audience not to share the photos to protect Whitney. You can't hold that shit down in today's world with the internet. Whitney, again, been gone since 2012. Why are you bringing this shit up when this woman can't defend herself? Whitney's estate has been shooting back. You saw the bodyguard early in the program, breaking it down. She wasn't high, and he backed it up, man. Here's Crimson Cure. Roll tape.
You have not endeared yourself to the community in one way or another. The only thing that you have given us as a community was the poison of the color purple, which came out in the 80s. And you ain't did nothing. That was foolishment. And you have not done anything that is worth anything from that day to this one. You're mad because no matter what shortcomings Whitney Houston had, we as a culture loved her. It didn't matter how many nose jobs Michael had, how much his vitiligo took over and he turned white. We loved Michael Jackson too. Yes, we did. And we still do. Still don't play by Mike. I cannot remember one time that Oprah has stood with all of her media power, with all of her, influence in that industry. I have not seen her bring up no other media people under her wing. Say, this how I did it. Everybody likes you. We all side eye you. Heavy. We don't like you because you don't like nobody.
What Oprah did to the legendary Whitney Houston, again, always throwing black folk under the damn bus. Never done that to the Steens, Epstein, Weinstein. We rather talk about you being molested than to talk about Whitney Houston. It's sad how black people hate each other. Oprah don't do that to them folk. But black folks, soon as we hear something about our own, we run out there and start some bullshit. Enough is enough. It's time to cancel Oprah and Gayle. They old and wearing gas station wigs. It's time to get rid of their ass. And Gayle over there at CBS, you only got the job because of Oprah. Just get on here and dog your own people out. R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. Always on the internet talking about your own people. So what Whitney was on drugs? We don't give a damn. What was your mama on for giving her daughter away? Talk about your mama, Oprah. Was she on that good dope? She ain't want you no more. Where your kinfolk that was touching on you since you talking people business, Oprah, like you did Monique, when she told you not to tell you about her people and you brought her people on the damn show. She told you not to bring them. You did it anyway. Talking about her brother raped her, this, that, and the third, and you brought them people on anyway. Just don't give a damn. That's why Snoop called Gail a bitch. Yeah, Monique been telling you for years Oprah wasn't about shit. How she did her and tried to trash her career. Roll tape.
Out of order. She been out of order for a very long time.
Oprah had no business telling this story. The timing is crazy, but I'm not surprised. Monique been telling y'all for years she was a snake. And look at what she did to Michael Jackson. This is just who Oprah is. She has a pattern. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below.
You don't get big interviews no more. Don't nobody want to talk to you. Don't nobody want to talk to you. Nobody wants to talk to you because we see what talking to you does. If you are a black celebrity and things of that nature, talking to Oprah is going to be detrimental, not helpful.
And then all the shit you want to talk about your own people. Ain't nobody at the White House been arrested yet. Them perverts, again, the Stings, Trump. Enough is enough, man. When you gonna bring them folk on and tell their story? Again, it's time to cancel Oprah and Gail, man. You done had your goddamn run. It's time to get rid of these two. I'm sick of their ass. Again, so what she was on drugs? We don't give a damn about our greats. Everybody got issues. You a human. Again, Monique's people only find out she'd been raped by her brother on your damn show. You can try to sue me. I ain't got no loot. I don't bow down to you. Like Ricky Smiley said, Whitney Houston is our big sister, our cousin, our auntie, family. It's like losing a family member. I know you remember when Whitney passed. You didn't shed a tear or feel something like you lost a family member. Same thing with Prince. And with Mike, you already know what it was. A nigga lost their mind behind Mike. Whitney, our kinfolk. Again, Kendra Davis, Crimson Cure. Please, go to her website, the Crimson Cure Mine. The female godmother of Kevin Samuels, trying to keep the family together. But yeah, you know, Oprah the one started that bullshit about black men being on the DL. Kendra Davis, break it down. Roll tape.
All you do is a scam and lie. Had to come out a few years ago and basically come clean about how she lied about how bad black men were and black fathers and stuff like that and her role in it. And she halfway, copped to that just a little bit. And it was her show that started that black men is on the DL conversation.
I have to agree. It's been nearly 2 decades since she said this happened. And yes, it is so much you can appreciate about Whitney Houston. Her pure talent, her voice. I mean, there is not an artist out today that can even come close to her. I'm talking about more than a generational talent. It's been generations. And there's still not another Whitney. A pop icon, a trailblazer. I can go on and on. Like, come on, everybody knew about her struggle already. But Oprah, can you at least let her rest in peace? And of course, Whitney's bodyguard and Pat Houston came out saying Oprah is lying. They confirmed she did fall, but said it had nothing to do with any substances because Whitney wasn't under the influence during the appearance. And here's my thing. Oprah, remember when you randomly fell on stage and nothing was even in your way?
Peace at all times. Wrong shoes.
Can people say you must have been on something? Because by your own logic, that's how that works, right?
Like, Michael never wanted to be white. Okay? He had his insecurities, but he didn't want to be white.
Collectively, we absolutely adore Whitney Houston. We love her with all her faults. We all got downfalls and faults, man. All of us. We love Whitney Houston. So to hear anybody bring up some bullshit, unsubstantiated past bullshit, any flaws she may have, something that paints her in a bad light, we ain't having it. Point blank, period. We give zero fucks, Oprah, about what you got to say. That's why they on the internet lighting Oprah Winfrey's ass up. Why would you do that? If it's been concealed all this time for 17 years, why don't you let it rest? Let that shit go to the grave, Oprah. Bitch. I know stories of niggas I done hung out with, and I'll never tell. They ain't good stories, but I would never tell shit about my people, man. I wouldn't do that to them. Not for some views and clicks and likes and shit. Revenge or some shit like that. Not for anything. I just wouldn't do my people like that. Take that shit to the grave. Oprah, you should have done the same thing. You and fucking Gail. You done threw Mike under the bus. You done threw goddamn Whitney under the bus. You're always throwing our people. Why don't you ever tell your story? We hear everybody else's story. Tell about you being touched by your people, Oprah. Tell about that damn school in Africa. Talk about hanging out with the Weinsteins and the Epsteins. It's always somebody else's business and what they doing. Everything is not for public consumption, man. And this is one of them things we didn't need to know and didn't want to know. Everybody know Whitney struggled. Everybody got their own demons they battling. I don't think it's no fucking photos out there. Shit would have been out by now. Give a fuck what you told people not to do. It's the internet. People trying to get clicks and likes just because you told them not to release the photos and the video. People trying to do anything and everything to get on these days. You can't hold that shit back. That shit would have been out just because Oprah said. If they had them, they still got them. It's Whitney Houston, fam, and Oprah Winfrey. If they existed, they'd have been out by now. I'm not saying she didn't fall, but, you know, it's probably exaggerated. That's what I think. But what say you? Drop the comments. Let us know what you think. And thank you for hanging out with the greatest thing on your urban internet radio dial. Devastating, titillating, definitely invigorating. Not like I'm insinuating that I think we're stimulating. Reason that we gigarating is because we don't be perpetrating. All we got to do is touch a microphone. Shaka 401 in the main event. Saying in a nutshell, fuck Oprah. And Gail too. Motherfuck Elvis and John Wayne. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you for logging on. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. We like to know your input, and we'll bring that up on the next show. PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby. And we're out.
PushGapRadio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.